Do you need to complete harassment prevention training? Okay, so if you're an employee, if you're a manager, or even an HR professional, this video covers everything you need to meet compliance requirements. And it's also going to help you recognize, prevent, and respond to workplace misconduct. Plus, there is a quiz at the end to test your knowledge. So let's get started. This training meets federal harassment prevention standards, but please check with your state laws for any additional requirements. Hi, I'm Harlow Reed, employment lawyer, HR consultant, and creator of the HR Insider. Did you know that more than 60% of people who face harassment at work never even bother to report it? And even when they do, they often don't see any real change or justice. So, for people who are watching something like that happen on the sidelines, it creates an additional barrier to harassment prevention. Today, we are going to talk about how to spot the signs of harassment, how to report it, and how to take steps to stop it when it does occur. Because we all deserve a safe and respectful place to work. Let's talk about it. A key step in stopping workplace misconduct is truly understanding what it is so we can quickly spot it when it happens. Let's begin by defining the different types of workplace misconduct. So let's start with bullying. Essentially, bullying happens when someone is repeatedly mistreated at work. This could be harsh language that's used, disrespectful actions, or even deliberate efforts to sabotage someone's work. I covered this topic in a case called Susan Baldwin v. Blue Cross. Despite having 5 pages of documented bullying incidents, her case didn't meet the legal standard for harassment. To learn why, check out my full video on this case linked in the description. Okay, so next up is harassment. Harassment is any unwelcome behavior based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin, age, disability, or genetic information. I covered harassment in greater detail in my video it called Fired for Being a Woman. That video is about Twitter layoffs and it takes a deeper look into how systemic harassment is connected to gender discrimination. So check it out if you want to get more understanding about harassment in the workplace. Next up is sexual harassment, which is unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, or any verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature. Workplace violence is another form of harassment that's defined as any act of physical violence, threats, intimidation, or disruptive behavior in the workplace. Discrimination is another form of harassment, and it is defined as unfair or unequal treatment based on legally protected characteristics. Legally protected characteristics include race, color, national origin, sex, including pregnancy, sexual orientation, and gender identity, religion, disability, physical or mental, age, 40 years or older, that's protected under the Age Discrimination in Employment Act, genetic information, including family medical history, which would be protected under GINA, citizenship or immigration status, which is protected under the Immigration and Nationality, and additional protections could apply under state laws. Another form of harassment is retaliation. Retaliation is any adverse action taken against an employee for engaging in legally protected activities, such as filing a complaint or participating in an investigation. An adverse action is any negative action when it's taken by an employer that harms an employee or job applicant in response to their decision to exercise a legally protected activity. Examples include the termination or firing of an employee, the demotion or reduction in an employee's job responsibilities, reduction in pay or benefits, negative performance evaluations that are unfair or retaliatory, transfer to a less desirable position or job shift, increased scrutiny or disciplinary action without valid cause, exclusion from training, promotions, or career advancement opportunities, threats, intimidation, or harassment in response to a complaint, and cutting hours or denying work opportunities. If you want to know more about adverse actions in the workplace, check out my video that covers the legal case of the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center versus Nassar. Unchecked misconduct can damage employee morale, increase turnover, lower productivity, and expose employers to legal liability. And most importantly, it creates an unsafe and unhealthy work environment. To learn more about how unhealthy environments affect employers and employees, check out my video, Workplace Mobbing and Retaliation in Medicine. It's every organization's responsibility to create a work environment that prioritizes respect, safety, and fairness. Both employers and their supervisors have specific responsibilities. Employers must take proactive steps to prevent harassment and discrimination, and this includes providing regular harassment prevention training, establishing clear policies and reporting procedures, and always responding promptly to complaints. Supervisors have additional responsibilities, including recognizing potential misconduct early and taking appropriate action to address those issues. Employees who experience or if they witness workplace misconduct should document everything, writing down dates, times, witnesses, and detailed descriptions of what they've seen or experienced. Employees are expected to report misconduct by following the company's reporting procedures, whether that's through human resources or an anonymous hotline. Employees should know their rights by familiarizing themselves with both federal and state protections. And if you have witnessed or experienced any of these behaviors at work, how would you handle it? Share your thoughts about it in the comments section. Every organization should have a clear reporting process. Typically, this would include reporting the incident to human resources, a direct supervisor, or through a designated complaint process. But employees also have the right to report harassment to external agencies, like the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, if internal procedures don't resolve the issue satisfactorily. There are serious consequences for violating harassment policies, including disciplinary actions, whether that's warning, suspension, or even termination. And there can be legal repercussions as well, including fines and lawsuits. Employers can also face legal action for failing to address harassment complaints appropriately. To make sure you understand the content we've covered today, I've prepared a short quiz that's going to help you reflect on some of the concepts that we reviewed. The link is in the description below, so please take a look at it. Here's a quick scenario for you to think about. If you overhear a coworker making inappropriate comments to another employee, what should you do? Pause the video for a minute and think about your answer before continuing. Here's a recap of what we've covered today: definitions and examples of workplace misconduct, legal protections for employees, employer responsibilities for preventing harassment, and the specific steps that employees should take if they experience or witness harassment. This training is intended to meet federal harassment prevention requirements, but some states have additional requirements, so please consult with your human resources department or legal counsel for specific guidance. Remember, preventing harassment starts with awareness and action. If you want more insight on this important topic, check out my videos on the cases we discussed. The links are available in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more workplace insights from the HR Insider.